Hello friends and welcome back to Jacklands. We are getting geared up today to do some mining and crafting, and I am very excited for today's episode. And do you know why? I don't know if you could see them or not, but it's a little something we got in the last episode that I am very excited to play around with in today's episode. There's a better view of them. They are the Elytra wings, and as you guys can see, I have been flying around a little bit here and there, and I am just very excited to have these guys. They're gonna make things so much easier in this world. But before we get right into today's episode, I did just want to talk a little bit about some of the things we're gonna do today. And those things are pretty straightforward, actually. We had a lot of stuff to do last episode, and we accomplished a lot. So today I wanted to scale it back a little bit and chip away at a little bit more of our infrastructure. So coming in here to our planning room, taking a look at the wall here, there are a couple things on here that still need to be accomplished. This guy, obviously, right here, we can just go ahead and, oh dear, come back. We can actually just get rid of that sign right there. I'm gonna put that piece of wall back. Let me just pop that in there. But one thing that's on here that I actually forgot about is an iron farm. I don't think that's anywhere up on the list right there. Iron farm, there we go. We actually don't have one of those on here, and that is what we are gonna do today. But before we get that done, we are using this room now, and it's a little bland. So I'm gonna snap my fingers here, which how do you do that? How do you snap your fingers in, right here, I have an idea. It's a little hard to snap your fingers when you don't have any thumbs or fingers. So I grabbed a lever here, and we are just gonna plop that down on the floor. I'm gonna flip this lever, and this room is gonna be totally transformed. Bam, there we go. This room looks so much more spacious now. We got a little bit of an indent here in the floor, and we got room for our maps now. I finally got item frames down. I went out with the wings and got some leather from the surrounding countryside, and we've got some new boards up here for some strategic planning. But the next thing that we actually have to do to finish this room off is I have to do the maps. So turns out that I actually didn't have very much iron to begin with. So I went down and I mined a little bit more in the mines, which is kind of silly because we're going to build an iron farm in this episode. But I got a little bit more iron, enough to make the compasses, to make the empty maps, and you know how that goes. So we got that done, and now now I can actually go out and get our maps filled in. So I'm just gonna start right in this area, and I'm gonna fly around, and I'm gonna get these maps plopped down on the ground right here. It's gonna be so awesome. All right, we are starting with the first map here, and bam, let's see what we got. Ooh, that's actually a pretty good coverage of the village there. All right, so let's go and put this guy down here. And I think, where do we want to put this? Let's go ahead and start there for now, and let's get the rest of these maps filled out. All right, last map, and there we go. Look at that little area. Oh God, how nice. It's actually really easy to visualize everything now. I know that most of the village is pretty small here, but I've actually got some plans that take us all the way out in this area. So I've got some plans for this section right down here, a little port, and then I've got some plans to bring this river, connect it here, and maybe do a little some to bring it down and around all the way through here. So we've got a lot of plans, and it's really nice to have this map, because now every time we do something, we can just pull, oh, that's not what I wanted to do. We can just pull the map up, and that is also not what I wanted to do. We can pull the map up and drop it back down, and it will update with all of the fresh new things on it. So where does that leave us for today? Well, it leaves us with the iron farm, of course, and I am very excited to get that done, because I cannot wait to have iron, as much iron as I possibly could need. Also, hello, glass texture? Why are you doing that? That shouldn't be like that, right? It shouldn't it? Why are they all like that? What? What is this? This is craziness. Anyway, so, iron farm, what is that going to look like? Well, I actually, am going to be building an iron farm down here. So, we are going to get some stuff ready to go for that, and we are going to start building up our iron farm. Now, I do eventually have plans to put a building around it, and I am very excited for this because it will be the, start and set the tone, per se, for how we are going to, overdevelop this little village here. And yeah, that's probably going to be in an episode down the road because it's quite an overhaul. It has to be quite a large village to be able to fit it over the iron farm here. But we're just going to do the iron farm today, and I am very excited to get started on that. Also had to craft up a little bit of a table here because I made a couple maps on accident, and I thought you could take the map off the map, but I guess you can't. There's no way to do that. You can make the maps bigger though. Like you can do this a couple times, I think. Oh dear. Oh no. Wait a minute, now it's an unknown map. I don't know. Anyway, so we're gonna get started. I'm gonna gather up a little bit of resources here to make the iron farm, and I will meet you guys out in the plains. Alrighty guys, we are just taking a look up here from the scaffolding for the mob farm. This is gonna be the layout for one side of the iron farm. So we are quite a big footprint. So we've got this whole area right here. And then I don't know if you guys can tell, but I actually have this little tiny spot carved out right here. This is going to be hopefully somewhere along this lines of where I run the river, which you can see just barely on the horizon that I've put in an artificial river right there, or at least the starts of one. And that river is actually going to go all the way through here, probably underground a little bit and connect with all of this river system over here, which you can just barely see right there. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to build up one side of this on one side of the river and then the other side on the other side of the river. But it is quite a large footprint that we are building up right here, and it is going to take up a lot of space in this village. I've got this roadmap down right here, and I'm going to do a little bit of cleanup for the terraforming here, and then we are going to get started on the iron farm. And one super fast terraforming time lapse later, wow, that is a mouthful, we have one huge empty flat area to work with, and this is great. Obviously over here we have a little bit of a challenge. We will have to terraform all of this in at some point because it is a little bit of a cliff, but I have some ideas that I think are going to be really cool when we get to them in the next couple episodes. So stay tuned for that one for sure. But in the meantime, we are just going to get straight into work on this iron farm, and I'm going to start laying out the schematics here. So this platform is designed to house the building that's actually going to go around the iron farm. So what we're going to base this iron farm off of right now is this strip that's right down the middle. So this strip will act as our guide. And then this building has two little end hubs that are on it. So we're going to come in a little bit over here, and we are going to start by breaking off here and building up some of our modules. Things are definitely starting to take shape here as we get the spawning platform built up. This is going to be, you know, where all of the golems spawn, and then they get pushed off, and then they go into a killing chamber, and they die, and they give me all of the things that I want. So I am going to build up a couple of these guys real fast. And we're going to do this one here. We're going to do that one there. We're going to build one more set over there, and then eventually we'll build the same thing on the other side of the little ravine over there, and then we'll build the holding cells for the villagers. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward, and I'm just gonna kind of chip away at this and blow through it. Here we go. So I got to the part where I was starting to put in where the rail is going to go between the two modules here, and I noticed a little something was off. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It's supposed to be 6, which means that this whole section right here has to go up one block, because if it doesn't, then none of my plans for the building will work. So I get to take all of that down and put it back up now. Yeah. So fun. All right, not that it looks any different than it did a second ago, but it is all one block higher. It didn't actually take that long because I didn't have to take the whole thing down. I basically just had to shift all the walls and the cells up one block. So not too bad, but definitely a bummer. And I will keep that in mind on the next one over there to make sure I double check that, because whew, don't want to do that again. Alrighty, so let me get in the air and show you guys what we got going on here. So all of this is set up and ready to go. Oh, I left my redstone shulker box up there. So this is all ready and set up to get some villagers in here. And yeah, so this is the whole mechanism. So the zombie in the minecart is going to come up and then get stuck right here with this timer, which spooks the villagers. They spawn a golem down on this platform. Eventually some water will push them into this section right here and drop them into the drop pits, which then they will get pushed into some lava and we will collect all of the iron. So pretty straightforward, sounds pretty easy, but the next step is actually the hardest step, and that's getting 3 villagers in each one of these cells. So wish me luck. I have a couple things that I want to try, and it involves building a really big staircase. So we're gonna see what we can do, but that's the next step. So hopefully that goes okay, because I hate working with villagers. I'm having flashbacks to making the villager trading hall, which was an absolute nightmare. So I really hope that these guys are a little bit more cooperative, because if not, we have a huge problem on our hands, because I've got a lot of villagers, a lot of them to get done. So I'm gonna start working on that right now. I'm gonna see if I can get some villagers in here, and then the next conundrum, oh, that was unintentional. The next conundrum is actually I've got to get a zombie in a minecart and get him on some sort of track that goes around and around and around and around to spook the villagers. So we got a couple things we got to do here, and then we have to replicate the whole thing on the other side. All of this has to be done again. 12 more villagers, the same zombie luckily, but we got to do all of it again. All right, now that the sun is setting, let's see if we can get some of our villagers to pathfind over to these new beds. Oh, this guy's coming over. Where are you? Oh, you're going to that bed. Oh no. Oh no. You can't go to that bed. Go to a different bed. Oh, I really hope that this works. Otherwise, I gotta rail them all the way up, and I don't really want to do that, but I can if I need to. All right, so it looks like these beds might be a little bit too far away from the village for them to pathfind all the way up here. So I think what I'm gonna do is just set up a simple rail system and try to get these guys all up in these little spots right here, which is easier said than done. Alrighty, we've got one down. That was, you know, it is what it is. So now we got 2 more of these bad boys to go, and well, no, we have 3 more of these bad boys to go. We've got that side, and then we've got the 2 other sides, and then we have 8 more, or 4 more. Oh my gosh. I've been working with villagers for too long. I can't take it anymore. Oh my gosh. This is so frustrating. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. It'll be fine. Okay. All right. Let's do some more villagers, shall we? So I'm just chilling over here, getting these guys all up in their cells, right? And look at it. We got a cat. We got a cat. This is, oh yeah, he's running from me, duh. We got a kitty. He spawned overnight when I was getting these guys to sleep in their beds. And it's kind of cool because now that there's beds over here, the villagers have started tracking that this is part of the village. So all of this, there was actually 2 farmer villagers over here a second ago. So it's coming together. We're expanding the village. One holding cell at a time. So I've just got these 2 left right here, and then we are good to get a zombie in here and test the farm out. Man, oh man, I could not be more excited. We are just about done with this side of this project. It is taking me all day. This part has taken me all day. Oh, I'm hoping the other side is so much easier now that I have done it once. Oh my gosh. So I scored a little guy at night right here. He's holding the block, so hopefully he won't despawn. I have, okay, got too close. He's angry. I have everything covered so far, and we've got just a rail going underground here. This is basically just gonna loop him back and forth across this. Of course, when we get the other side, the underground part will go to the other side, loop over there, and then come back around here. Let's see. All of that's done. The rails are done. The sides are done. The water channels are done. The collection system down here is done. The only thing I left here I have to do is I have to put in the lava blade. So I'm going to do that right now and hopefully not fall into it. There we go. A little lava to kill the golems. All of their loot should be pushed up into a bubble column that comes up to the surface. I'll build some sort of collection system for that at some point. And yep, that's pretty much it. Holy moly, this is taking a long time, but we're almost there. I almost forgot to put some water in these platforms. That would have been a real bummer. So I am done with that now. Everything looks like it's good to go. I do need to spawn proof the cover over the zombie right there, but I'll do that in a second. And now that brings us to this guy. All I gotta do is swap this track right here for this guy right there, and we are good to go. So here we go. Oh, I gotta push him down. Go. Oh, these aren't powered, huh? Shoot. Okay. Pause. We've got power now, so here we go. I still have to push him in. Dang it. Okay. Go. Go. There we go. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Oh, that was my last rocket. Are we gonna spawn anything? Oh, yeah, we spawned. Okay, I definitely have to mob proof that, but looks like we are good to go. I just gotta get this fixed real fast. Oh no. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Dang it. All right, we're back in business. I only have a couple seconds to clean this up. Okay, we should have a loop now. Yes. Yay, the first iron from the farm, but this isn't working and that's making me nervous. Okay, I'm gonna go, ooh, there was 2 on that one. Huzzah. Okay, I'm gonna go down here. I have a feeling that they're all just chilling underneath this lava. Yeah, that is for sure the case. Shoot. Okay, so we've got the lava in for a second time with a little bit less clearance, so hopefully they do okay. I'm gonna remove the gravel bits and we are gonna fly out of here, turn the zombie back on, and see how we're doing. And with those last couple modifications, the spawning proofing on the cover there and encasing the drop chutes so that we don't lose any golems on the ground floor here, that is gonna do it for today's episode. We have covered so much stuff today, from redoing a little bit of the house and amping up the map room and the planning room to building, well, half of the iron farm. It took so much longer than I thought it was going to build it up in this world. I think the next one's gonna go so much faster, but I am out of time for today's video, so I think I am gonna cut it there and do the other side in between episodes. I do also plan on putting out a small tutorial on this iron farm, so if you guys are interested in how I did this and more of the nitty-gritties of iron golems spawning, please check that out. It'll be up on my channel probably in a couple days. And as you guys can see, it is popping up iron left and right. I have already gotten this much iron just from this side of the farm, and it's only been running for maybe like 5 or 10 minutes, so we are doing really good. I am very excited to have some iron income for sure. It is going to be fantastic. With that said, thank you guys so much for watching this episode. I really appreciate all of the love and support as always. If you guys like the video, please consider liking it, and of course, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel because it helps me out so much. And I look forward to catching you guys on the next episode. Have a good one. Goodbye.